It is just so lovely. It's already getting dirty, so thank goodness for that matte style packaging where things can, you know, sort of easily rub off, maybe. I don't know. Just makes it yours. All those marks just make it yours. It's just, that's how you know this one's mine. Hi guys, it's Lauren J, and I am back with a new eyeshadow palette look. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I like to do little get ready with me style videos to play with new makeup that I bought and just talk a little bit about my thoughts about them. And so if you're interested to see how I got this look, please continue watching. So the palette I'm using today is not new, but it is new to me, and it's new for 2021, and that is the Viseart Soleil la Plage Étendu. Let me know how I did with that. And this is a $44 palette. It is one of their 12 pan palettes in the 1.5 gram format, so bigger than the Edit palettes and smaller than the 2 gram, I think it's their 2 gram, the old Grand Pro ones. I think the new Grand Pro are also the 1.5, same size as the Petit Fours, so sort of the midi size for Viseart. Smaller than the ones in the plastic too, I believe, although I don't have any of those. But so it's got this beautiful summer style packaging with the little boats, you know, the little wooden boats in like the Mediterranean, and it's got the Viseart gold emblem, but it's in the shape of a sun. It's got, you know, some seagulls, some palm trees, waves, just given all the summer vibes. And then it's got this little pull tab here, yellow, and then on the inside it says Viseart Soleil la Plage professional pigment palette, and then it's 18 grams, 0.63 ounces. Again, each shade is 1.5 grams. 12 shades in here. You've got a mirror. As you can see, mine is a little bit dusty and fingerprinted, but the color does continue on the inside. And then you have this nice little tray, magnetized, of all the 12 shades in here. So the shades are all named, they're all numbered, however they're not labeled, so I'll explain what I've done to keep track of these later on. But there's 12 shades in here. This is a beautiful warm tone palette. Came out summer. Now when they sneak peeked this, I got so excited because, you know, they sneak peeked these kinds of shades here, and I think, you know, they might have just sneak peeked like this corner or something. I was like, oh, just please say there's so much color in there. I will be so excited. And then they revealed it, and it was like, I like it, I don't need it. Because a couple of years ago, I think maybe 2018, this color story was all the rage. Sort of this beach colored pop of aqua, pop of, you know, pink or orange with, you know, your browns and your yellows. I mean, I have the Nomad Antilles palette, which is, you know, this sort of sunset style beach palette with the aquas. That one also has purples in it. I have the Urban Decay Beached palette, which is not too dissimilar. It just has a few more blues. And I don't know if it has the, I don't remember if it has this pop, but it's close. And there were just a lot of other palettes a few years ago that kind of did this color story. So when I saw it for Viseart, I was like, that's cool. But also for the makeup industry, I already had it. So I was like, I was really excited. Since I got the Paris Love Letter Étendu, I've just been so fascinated with Viseart shimmers and Viseart, you know, in general, because it just looks so soft and pretty and grown up. And So I've been wanting it, but I knew I didn't need it. So $44 palette. I just needed something else. I figured if I was gonna pick up something else, I would pick this up too, because free shipping, because nothing makes sense. This is what we're focusing on today, because this is the one that I have actually been wearing the most, and the one that I am feeling the prettiest in right now, and just feeling fresh and nice, and again, grown up, luminous. Count how many times I say luminous in the video and let me know. I am really enjoying this palette right now. I don't think it got enough love from the beauty community. So if you want to know a little bit more about my thoughts about these shades, how they work, and the process that I use to get this look, please keep watching. Welcome back, everyone, to Extreme Close-Up Lauren J. You can see all of my flaws, all of my pimples, all of everything. It's wonderful, I know. So today we're gonna be doing something fun. It is playing with the Soleil la Plage from Viseart, and then this is the color story, or if you prefer, this is the color story. Let's just do a pretty look today. Let's just do a pretty look. That's all I want to do, is just sit down and do a really pretty look. Not a lot of fuss, and just sitting down, doing my makeup, and feeling really pretty at the end of it. And not that you have to wear makeup to feel pretty, but just sitting down and not feeling like you have to try really hard to look pretty. You just put it on, it refreshes your face a little bit, and you just go out feeling a little fresher for the day, a little bit, you know, more put together. And that's all I mean by that. I'm priming my face with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the Acne Fighting one. I've already done my SPF. This is the La Roche-Posay Amphilios 60 that I use every single day, whether I'm wearing makeup or not. Use SPF. We're going to prime my eyes with the Ulta Beauty. This is the Matte Eye Primer. I really, really like this. It's pretty much no budge for me and my eyelids. I've been, you know, playing around with a lot of other shades in this palette. There are 12 shades. I'm not going to use all 12 on my eyes, but I am going to be showcasing the beautiful blue there called C. They do have names, but they're only printed on the back of the box here. So what I have been doing is taking some removable stickers, writing the names on them, and then just sticking them on the back so that I can know if I ever want to move my étendues around. I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is called Raffia. This is actually the bottom row here, second to last shade. And I'm going to be using a Sigma E25. I'm putting that in the crease and outer V. This is just a really nice light deepening up shade. For me it is. And for me, these types of crease shades are just super easy. Just throw them on, blend them out. And they just are a nice starting point for whatever you're going to lay down next. For the outer V, I'm going to take the last shade here called Driftwood. This is the deepest shade in the palette. And for that, I'm going to be using this little essence brush. This is just like a $2 or $3 brush that you can get at Ulta. And I just deepen up the outer V there and along the along the upper lash line, and just deepen up as I go. Just adding some dimension and some depth to the outer V. The thing I like about these Viseart mattes is that you don't have to be incredibly precise, because they will blend out and they'll blend on top of each other and they'll blend into each other. So again, if you're looking for a super structured look, maybe not the shadows you're looking for. I've never tried a super structured look with these, but for something easy and pretty and colorful and just nice, whatever your definition of nice is, it works for me. So next, on the outer part of the eye, not quite in the outer V, I'm going to take a little bit of this one right here, this metallic called Sun Grown. It's probably one of the more metallic shades in this palette. It's not a topper, but it's not, definitely not a satin. It's very much a beautiful metallic-y type of shimmer. I'm just going to take my finger and put that a little bit over the dark part of the outer V here. Not too far out, but just a little bit, blending it out. And you can see with the finger how opaque this type of shimmer gets. Again, it's a little bit more solid in terms of a Viseart shimmer. Shimmer metallic, I just kind of use those interchangeably. I know they're not the same thing, but in terms of the shimmers in this palette, it's a lot more sheeny and metallic-y and solid than some of the other ones. And then if it feel like it's got too much, you can go in again and just go over with the raffia. Blend it out. But it's got a really pretty, almost duochrominess to it. It's like kind of gold, but then also orange. I don't know, it just does a little subtle shift to it. I also like to use the shade Sun Grown under the lash line, you know, on the lower lash line here. It's just a really pretty, just like metallic stripe, if you just want a little bit of definition without going really deep. So I do like it for that too. Then we're gonna go in with the shade C. Now this is sort of the, you know, pop of color next to this one called Parasol, the sort of orangey pink one. This is the one that draws your eye the most. So this is C, and as you can see next to Sun Grown, it's a little bit more sheer, but it also has a sort of duochrominess to it. A little bit of like blue, purple, little, you know, obviously some green in there, but it's just really kind of one of those transcendent shades. And on the eye, it just makes all your wrinkles go away. So we're just gonna, as you can see, it's, so I'm just gonna take a finger again and go in with that. And I do recommend using your finger with these shades, because you will get better payoff. I mean, you'll get payoff with the brush but you will just get more intense payoff with the finger. So you can see how that shifts a little bit. Just a really beautiful luminosity to it. And these shades, this shade feels not soft, but like it feels nice to touch. It doesn't feel gritty. Like it's not like soft like you can dig into it, but it's just soft that you can pick it up easily with your finger. And again, you just don't, as sparkly and transcendent as it is, you don't feel that. You just feel like the smoothness of it. I just love that luminosity that it gives to the eyes. It's like it's there, but it's not. But it's there, but then it is. But then it's there, but then it is. And right now I just kind of really love that. I love that with my highlighters. I love that with my shimmer shades on my eye. It's just, it's there, and then it's not. But then it's there. I like to play games. So for the inner corner, we are going to use the shade right here called Lumiere. And this is probably the brightest, most, I don't know, brightest as in it's the goldest, whitest goldest shade in the palette. You also have sort of this shade here. This is called Palmier. So you've got Lumiere here, and then you've got Palmier here. And I don't know if you can see the difference. Palmier is definitely deeper. You could definitely use it as an inner corner shade if you want. It's just not as, to me, it's just not as shimmery, not as luminous as Lumiere. I'm gonna say luminous a lot in this video. And just take a pinky and go right in. Really don't need to do too much. Just tap it on. And just get that brightness. And if you've got big old fingers like I do, you can just take a Q-tip and fix it. So I used the number 7 Protect and Perfect all-in-one foundation. This has SPF 50 in it. However, I used a light layer, so continue to use your regular SPF along with this. I used the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer in Vanilla, and I powdered a little bit of my face. So I also refreshed my coffee because room temperature coffee sucks and hot coffee is better. It just is. I did line my eyes with the number 7 Stay Perfect Amazing Eyes pencil in black. This is available individually. I got it from an advent calendar a few years ago. And I did my brows with the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel in Caramel. So now we are going to go in with bronze on my face. This is the Anastasia powder bronzer in Rosewood. You can see the nice bit of pan I have on here. Love this bronzer. Lets me put back in those areas where you get sun. I mean, you get sun all over your face, but you know, the point where you get a little bit of tan. The lovely thing about makeup is you can just take all the color out of your face where you don't want it and put it back in where you do want it. Then I'm going to go in with my favorite blush as of late. This is the KIKO Milano Charming Escape Silky Blush in 01 Soft Terracotta. So I did go back and get another one of these blushes. If you recall, I did a video a couple months ago about the mauve blush, which I also really love, but this one just is really nice. Again, it's got that little bit of luminosity to it, but it just goes really well with the bronzer that I use and just helps me add a little bit of sunburnedness, sunburntness. Just helps me add a little bit of sun back to my face. So under the lash line, we're gonna go in with the shade Cove. Which one is it? This one right here, Cove. Just a beautiful sort of, it's a little bit more chunky than say Sungrown is, but not quite as luminous as Lumiere is. I'm gonna go in with that under the eye, just using an e.l.f. brush. Just to add a little bit of brightness under the eye. So if you do want to do a little bit more, you can. So if you just want to blend out the eyes up to your brow bone a little bit, what you can do is take a bit of Plage here. This is the lightest, or well, this is the lightest matte, but this is the lightest of the brownish mattes. You can just take a little bit of that and run it along the edge where you had raffia and just sort of blend it out. And then if you want to do a little bit of brow bone highlighting, you can take this color, the lightest one called, this is the lightest matte called Citronade right here. And just take a little bit of a flat brush and just sort of run it between where you put Plage and your brow. I don't always do that, but just in case you want to take a few extra steps and use a few extra shades, there you go. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I like this mascara because it lengthens, it defines, and it does not, so far, crumble all over my face by the end of the day. So for highlight, I'm going to go in with my About Face Light Lock Powder in Stay in Bed. Really been enjoying this since I got it. Just super luminous, goes really well with this Terracotta and my bronzer. It's like up here, just a bit of luminousness to lift up the face. I hope you're all keeping account of how many times I've said luminous in this video. Comment down below and you will win my everlasting admiration. Then I'm going to take the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip in Vitamin C. Anastasia Dewy Set. So this is the finished look. Just easy, fresh, pretty. I'm feeling very grown up. So this is the finished look using the Viseart Soleil la Plage Étendu. How did I do? It is a beautiful little palette from Viseart, $44. I got it on Viseart.com. I will be using the new Bijouette, their holiday palette, fall, holiday, Christmas, not really sure palette, the jewel toned palette. I also recently picked up the $2 Tuesday bundle from Copacetic Cosmetics. This is their fall bundle right here of 5 shades. So if you're interested in seeing me use this on camera, let me know. It is a beautiful fall bundle. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you think about this look and what you think about Viseart shadows. If you've tried them, if you like them, if you don't prefer them, or things that you think are comparable, anything would be great. Love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All those things would be most welcome. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.